Okay, Pisces. Yeah, I really think people that uh, don't make it all the way to the end aren't going to understand that title. But here we have the Five of Swords. I wanted to start with this, and I'm going to kind of move over here as well. So now, this has probably been a nuisance for a really long time. This person, this behavior, even any kind of wavering behavior of your own. The altruistic, seeing the best. Like I said, you're not wearing your glasses anymore, but you did. And your rose-colored glasses used to be your downfall, right? The kind of the crux of your downfall, and the reason why you often got trapped in Five of Swords kind of scenarios. The things that were your burden now become kind of your power. So I genuinely don't feel like you're going to be held hostage by any of this at this stage in the game. It's really not. It's really disorienting when someone comes to you and they think you're going to be the same, and then they see and they realize that you're not the same. It's really, and that may have happened to you several times in your life too. Like when you came to someone and you thought they were going to be like same old Joe, and it's like a completely reformed kind of person. It's like, whoa, like it's really eye opening. And I think that's what this all is all about. So here you have someone, this is a card of Virgo, could be Taurus, Capricorn as well. Like they see you. They're coming to you with this little like token, reaching out, page energies, knight energies, dipping their toe in the water, just trying to see where they stand with you, maybe like pushing your buttons a little bit, whatever. And they're going to hit up against a block real fast. They're going to hit up against a wall real fast. And it's going to bounce right back at them. Like, see, this energy is staring right back at them while you kind of have your back turned to them. So they're not even making it through the gatekeeper here. Literally, they're not even making it through the gatekeeper. And it's making them think really hard. And I think they are thinking. I think they are reflecting. They're doing their own introspective work. They are asking themselves where they messed up. And you seem to be taking solace in the faith of the higher power, that whatever it was that didn't work out, whatever the reason for the whole situation, it had to be that way because at that time in your life, you couldn't have, like, let's say if it was a person you're trying to date and you were trying to get their attention, trying to, have a real relationship, and they just weren't giving you that. You see now that it was the universe's way of keeping everything the way it was supposed to be. It was universal intervention, right? The star energy. It was the stars. It was the higher intelligence looking down on you and like being like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Just have faith, have faith, have faith. And I think on some level, they're kind of going through that now too. So they themselves are rewriting the script of the past in a way that you've done as well. So it's weirdly, like I said, it's weirdly coming full circle. And when you take on this Empress, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands kind of energy, and you start making your life easy. See, I think you have a very clear idea now of what you want in your life. Some of you are wanting to just get married, settle down, have a family. Some of you are really wanting to pursue that career, finally take that chance, start that business. Some of you are wanting to quit everything and go travel. Like whatever the thing is, it's becoming so clear that like it's annoyingly clear. It's annoyingly clear. And the picture becomes so real that it's like practically tangible. Like there's this knowing that it's already yours. It just needs to come into the reality, but it's already yours. So the faith is unbreakable, which is why you're not breakable by this nuisance. Which is why when other little boys come to play, Knight of Wands, I just have to laugh because the knight and the pages around here tells me that you have like, you're drawing in, you're coming Queen of Coins, Queen of Wands, you're drawing in people. The words that were trying to like come out, it's like they were trying to skip levels. They know that by dating you, by associating with you, by being a business partner with you, that they can like jump from their current station to a higher station. They're trying to do a shortcut kind of thing. I think this Knight of Coins, though, is actually going to take the time to do the introspection, right? As we see with the Hermit card over here, Virgo connection. I think that they are going to get hit in the face, right? They try to reach out. They hit the gatekeeper. It hits them back in the face. It ricochets. And they actually start, like I said, rewriting that dialogue. This isn't necessarily someone I don't think that's going to do that. This is just simply a very light storyline, like kind of separate from the whole other thing, where people are just being drawn to you. You might feel like friends out of the blue are trying to connect with you and whatever, trying to have fun with you, trying to go out for drinks and all that. I don't know. I just see Pisces being so serious about their path. What can I say? I just see Pisces being so dedicated to themselves and so dedicated to their life and their ambitions, because I think those ambitions are coming online in a really fierce way. And I think because of the Neptune, even though I know you guys are ruled by Neptune, but when Neptune connects with your suns, your moons, your ascendants, or whatever house it's transiting to, like when it hits your chart in a specific way, it can drain your energy. It can make you feel super tired. It can make you feel like you don't care about stuff, like nothing matters. I mean, it's a really destructive, really harsh planet if it manifests in a negative way in your life. So I think the Black Moon Lilith is like this breath of fresh air of come on, get up, do what you gotta do, get your energy levels up and start making your dreams. And I think it's hitting you guys in the best way that it possibly could, which is why you're drawing in these little boys. Oh, Pisces is busy. Pisces has dreams. Let me piggyback on them. Nuisance. Not even a thing, though. Seriously, not even a thing. This could be such old news. Oh my God, dude, I'm so over you, or I'm so over it. I don't know. I think that people are realizing, though, right? Knight of Coins, Knight of Wands. Here we have two knights as well. Two kings, right, of the same suit. If I can speak, oh my God, Gemini season, it seriously kills me. Oh, being another Mercury ruled sign. And this is why I said, I think that people are going to want to step up, right? They see you as the queen and all that. They want to step up. And they may actually reform in certain ways. You seem to pierce through their knight persona, because I think you see the king, right? This is the benefit of Pisces. Yes, sometimes you wear too rosy colored glasses and you get caught on seeing them like this when they're actually behaving like this. That's one thing. But when you really see what they are and you pierce through them and you don't allow them to behave like this, and you force them just by your presence and your energy and your words to step into the king of their kings that you always saw in them, that's different. You're forcing the people around you to be the people that you always knew they were. You're not playing games anymore. We all have this inside of us, and we all have this inside of us. Some people get stuck here and they like to just play those little games. They like to do that, fine. But you are forcing them into this space. In a way, you are the leader here. I don't see like people leaving. I see some major change, but I see it more it is transformation. It doesn't necessarily mean that a whole bunch of things are ending, or there's divorce, or that there's a huge financial loss. I don't necessarily see that kind of stuff. I see like this is all very subtle. I see it's all very subtle. It's all operating in the undercurrent of everything. And when you come in and you drop the mic and you like come in, say the thing, leave and do the hermit mode, and you really force them to think, whether it's this person or both people or all the people, however many people you're dealing with here, everyone kind of comes to grips with how they really feel about you. Some of you may have multiple people kind of expressing some kind of interest. Doesn't have to be romantic, okay? But then at the same time, you realize that maybe those feelings, those Two of Cups kinds of feelings, is merely them attaching to you because now they're falling in love with who they're becoming because you're forcing them to be the person that they always were. And that's kind of even annoying too. So you're kind of in this untouchable realm where everything you always wanted, now all of a sudden you're already like so far past all the things you used to want, and you become so unbothered by everything. Everything is working out weirdly, like so perfectly for you. And you may be connecting with what we could call soulmates here with the Two of Cups, but probably not the forever and always kind of soulmates. But they were your soulmate in that they forced you to become this empress, and you are their soulmate in that you are now forcing them to be these kings. You know? So while it didn't play out in the traditional story that we all like to hear and to know about, right? While it didn't play out in that particular way, it played out in a real perfect kind of way though. And the more and more you release these attachments, you know, the more and more likely you are to like incarnate with, you know, fewer and fewer and fewer attachments until you receive, you know, get to the next level, whatever that next level is. Progress, a lot of progress. And you can let them talk to you. You know, I don't see you rejecting anyone's kind of advances or, you know, I definitely think that you'll hear them out. For sure, you'll hear them out. But again, you have your eyes set on something so much more. Did all the queens come out? Yeah, of course all the queens came out because, right? Queen of Wands, coins, cups, swords. Why did all the queens come out? Because the Empress came out. And I see the Empress as being all the four queens consolidated, right? The mind, the heart, the physical, and the spiritual all kind of coming together in this one personified entity, the Empress. Really strong feminine energy coming through right now. And you're using it to its maximum potential, to its maximum benefit. You're using it to achieve a 10 of Cups, to achieve a 2 of Wands, which ultimately you're rebuilding your own idea of what a 10 of coins is. Your own little empire. I don't see you, another garden kind of quality coming through. I don't see you hanging on to scraps, right? I don't see you hanging on to scraps. So the people, whoever is involved, this could be simply one single person, it could be multiple people, but whoever is trying to get a hold of you, trying to talk to you, trying to get you to do something, you know, you're not going to really have a lot of patience for the small talk, because you're not really doling out small talk at this particular juncture. You're not really one to sit there and pussyfoot around the conversation or pussyfoot around the issue. And that's why the truth bomb is going to be so intense, because it's just, that's not really why they came to you. They weren't expecting it to escalate so fast. But you're not, like I said, you're not about to hang on to scraps, because that's really what these pages give you. Just like, here's just a little bit, here's just a teeny tiny taste. And you're like, nope, I want the whole enchilada. If we're going to sit down, if we're going to do this, if we're going to talk, it's going to be the whole enchilada. Everything. It's all got to come out. That's why, right, you're forcing them to not be the knight. You're forcing them into their own king energy. You're forcing them there simply by being as evolved as you're being. The only thing that I can say, Pisces, that you might need to really work on is, being really, really curt and honest with yourself about what it is you like. Do you really think that this person is going to be a part of your 10 of Cups, 2 of Wands dreams or not? You don't necessarily have to give this person an inch if you don't want to, if you don't want to repeat that whole thing. Because I do think that there's some quality of unrequited love, right? Like at one point, maybe you really loved them, you really cared about them. Well, now the tables have turned, the script has flipped. And you are all about the letting things go right now. So maybe you're really caught. Maybe that's part of the reason why it's such a nuisance and why it's so annoying. It's like, well, at one point I really wanted it, and now I'm like doing my own thing. And so you may be in this teeter-totter mode of like, well, which dream do I want to fulfill now? This could actually be a little bit of a dilemma. Because if you look at this person or these people and you see that they might be a part of your 2 of Wands, 10 of Cups, that could pose a problem. And you may need to spend some time, hermit mode, to really ask yourself if them coming to you is just validation from the past. Do you think they'll stay in this evolved state? Do you think that their level of consciousness can really be that high? Can they truly match you? Will they revert back? So when you find yourself in this 2 of Coins scenario, it's probably in your best interest to not make a decision until after the eclipses. Honestly, not trying to tell you to lead anybody on, not trying to tell you to, but like, I don't know, you can demand time. If you need time, tell them you need time. And then just take your time. And if they flip into night mode and they start pressuring you and they start pushing you and they start trying to get you to, well, then they're telling on themselves, and that's all you need to know. Like I said, it's not about the words, right? It's not about the words that they say. It's about the actions. So all you have to do is watch. That's all. All you have to do is watch. I do think some of you, though, are going to find yourself staring across the table at someone who is committed to sitting in that king state of being. They see who they used to be, and they know that they credit you with a lot of their growth too. They credit you with their evolution, as they should, as you credit them with your evolution too. You know? Now, there can be a little bit of fear. Nine of Swords. This sounds like just a few little things, right? The Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords. I think those are actually worse than the Death and the Devil for some reason. Because this is all just like in your mind. But first of all, you don't have to abandon your dreams. Excuse me. You don't have to live into any expectations here. Into anybody else's expectations. There could come a turning point when you had all your stuff going on and then this person comes and you're like, oh my God, this person's a king, really? And I already abandoned this. Can I go back now? You know, again, just let it play out. I don't think that this is a time of major decisions. This is just the time of being authentic. It's not a time for you to like stress about really anything. It's just be you, speak your truth, work on your own manifestations. You know, if you're operating from a space of fear, you're afraid they're going to switch back into the night energy, or even worse, the page energy, then they probably will. You need to be very cognizant of how you're playing with this. This is like playing with fire sometimes. Because then the universe is going to adjust to just confirm and to validate the things that you thought and the things that you believe. So the Magician is all about keeping your body, keeping your mind, keeping your emotions at a certain frequency consistently, at the Empress frequency. The minute the Empress frequency starts to falter and starts to question things, is the minute that these kinds of like 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups kinds of thing actually starts to fall out of reach. Keep the Empress frequency. Keep it going. Because I think some of you have someone really awesome. I do. I think some of you have someone really awesome who's really trying, and they may have lived like that for so long, but they want to be the person that they know you see. I do believe that there are some people out there who are dealing with true kings. And actually your harshness, dropping the mic, that is forcing them into that role. And I think on some level they are afraid of that in themselves. They are, because it means things. It means responsibility. It means accountability. It means that they're more conscious now, and so they can't be irresponsible. They just can't. They cannot do it anymore. And it means that they have shed a version of themselves too, and they might be in a little bit of mourning. And while they tried to do the night thing in the beginning and they quickly got rejected and the energy quickly ricocheted off of you and it punched them back in the face, I think they approach you with a little bit more caution now, because they know that like if they're going to come back to Pisces, it's got to be for real. It's gotta be for real, because you didn't respond to their offer the way you used to respond. You didn't respond to their offer the way they thought you were going to respond. And so it shook them up. Like, you literally created the tower simply by being honest. I think the tower was your honesty. The honesty, and then the retracting, right? Retreating, going home, not answering the phone, not responding right away, not apologizing for anything. Maybe this is the first time in a long time that Pisces didn't apologize for something, you know? Like, they said what they had to say, and not like 2 hours later they didn't say like, baby, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it. They're not getting that this time. You're doing yourself a whole mess of favors, I'll tell you what, by standing strong, by standing firm and standing your ground. Because you're maturing, you are advancing a connection, or you are attracting a whole new kind of connection with a king instead of the knights. So don't change how you're doing any of this. They can come or go, right? They can come or go. And I don't even think I have anything else left to say. I think, like, well done, like, congratulations. This is the kind of stuff that I think Pisces has been wanting to do for so long. But with Chiron in your sign, it's been tough. But it's not there anymore. You have a power player. You've got Black Moon Lilith in there. So we're moving into a powerful time, Cancer season, which is a fellow water sign, which I think you can handle Cancer season real well. And, it's time Pisces steps into their truest power. So I'm so excited for you. This is amazing. So I'm going to leave you with that. Good luck, you guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.